Sir Steve Redgrave, 5 times Olympic gold medalist, and Sir Matthew Pinsent, 4 times Olympic gold medalists, as well as members of the 2012 Great British Olympic medal-winning squad, amongst its premier members. Members of the Great British National Rowing Squad can often be seen rowing on the river here in Henley. Over the years, Leander has trained many champion oarsmen, and it is an important part of Henley's heritage. We are presently travelling along the course of the Henley Royal Regatta, which began in 1839. The course is 1 mile and 550 yards long, that's 2.4 kilometres, and the Oxford and Cambridge boat race also began on this course in 1829 before moving to London in 1836. The 1948 Olympic Games, held in London, also used this stretch of the river for the rowing and canoeing events. The first regatta in 1839 occupied a single afternoon. Today it is staged over 5 days, with preliminary races taking place during the previous week. The Royal Regatta now attracts racing crews from all over the world to compete against each other on what is possibly one of the most famous stretches of river in Britain. The organisation of the regatta is complex and has to work with precision. Each race takes between 6 and 7 minutes, and there are often 2 races on the course at the same time, each accompanied by an umpire's launch. Only 2 boats compete against each other at the same time, and there are currently 18 events. Members of the royal family are regular visitors to the regatta. The royal prefix, acquired in 1851 when Prince Albert, husband to Queen Victoria, became the first patron. The regatta takes place in early July and on average attracts over 35,000 visitors each day. The regatta course and hospitality areas take 3 months to erect, with work beginning at the start of April. It takes a further 3 months to dismantle the tents and grandstands and remove the booms and piles from the river. In the week following the regatta, a 5-day music and cultural arts festival takes place in the enclosure tents, which during the regatta house the bars, restaurants and boat storage areas. The festival attracts the finest artists in the world, for example Kirita Kanawa, Catherine Jenkins, Jose Carreras, Leslie Garrett, Tom Jones, Jamie Cullen, Sting and Madness have all performed here, to name a few. This famous stretch of river also features a number of other notable river events throughout the year. Well established now in August is the Rewind Festival, a 1980s music festival attracting 30,000 revellers over a long weekend. We have now covered 2/3 of the regatta course, and on our right is the picturesque village of Rimini. Directly ahead of us is Temple Island, which owes its name to the Folly and Summer House, built in 1771 as a show of extravagance for the owners of Fawley Court. The island marks the start of the regatta course and was purchased by the Regatta Committee in 1987. It has now been restored to its former glory, with the downstream of the island being retained as a nature reserve. Temple Island is now a popular venue for wedding receptions and corporate events.
Oh, it was? Yeah.
Ratisha. Sorry.
Yeah, that. What's my shower bit?
The large white building on our left is the Henley Management College at Greenlands. It is an internationally acclaimed business study centre where large companies send management staff on residential training courses. Greenlands was once the home of the Right Honourable William Henry Smith, founder of W.H. Smith the Booksellers and one-time leader of the House of Commons. W.H. Smith became Viscount Hambledon, taking his name from the nearby village. Hambledon was also the birthplace in 1797 of Lord Cardigan, who led the disastrous Charge of the Light Brigade. The Loch and Weir, with the picturesque weatherboarded mill, provides a perfect starting point to explore the Hambledon Valley, with its flint cottages and beech woods lining the valley's sides. The village is a very popular TV and film location. The refurbished picturesque cottage and gardens on our right were once part of the Greenlands estate and housed the estate's ferryman. The beautiful house and gardens at Greenlands have been featured in many TV and film productions such as Lovejoy and the Tommy Steele classic Half a Sixpence.
Actually, you know what?